Well, it's certainly a good thing to see the labor force rising each month. What's less positive is that as new people are entering the labor market each month, there are fewer and fewer new job openings available to them. And so we've seen the unemployment rate in Pennsylvania rise really since March of last year, because as the labor force has grown, the pace of job growth has slowed relative to that growth. And so we've seen the unemployment rate rise as a result. And that's very different than the picture in the nation as a whole, where labor force is growing, but employment is growing somewhat faster, so you're seeing the unemployment rate fall. Another way to put that to the right context is to worry about how long it takes people to find a new job. About a year ago, roughly a third of the unemployed were unemployed for 6 months or more. That figure's now climbed in recent months to almost 40%. And it's just an indicator that, yes, as the labor force is growing, it's actually putting more pressure on people who are out there looking for work because they're having more competition to face in looking for a job, and so it's taking them longer to find a new job. There are three things that you can do. First and foremost, we've got a backlog of infrastructure investments that need to be made here in Pennsylvania, and so it's a good time to make those investments with unemployment as high as it is. You can also look to find ways to raise revenue for education. We've experienced rather deep cuts in the education sector, which led to some layoffs. And certainly a good step forward would be to try to restore some of those cuts, and that would help speed the economy along. And then finally, another thing to worry about is what's going on in Washington, D.C. What's called the sequester is leading on a daily basis to reductions in federal employment in Pennsylvania, and that's a problem. Again, because unemployment remains very high, you don't want to make the situation worse.